guys, it's Rebecca Fisher from Extra.ie and I am delighted to present Bulmers Sounds from the Secret Orchard. We'll be joined in studio by 16 of the biggest homegrown talents as we get to the core of what makes a rising star. Today we are joined by the absolutely incredible Bobbi Arlo.
Hello.
Hi. I feel like this is written in the stars.
I know.
You know.
Well, you're my favourite person, so this is like really wholesome.
You're also my favourite person. Yeah. Stop. Okay, well, this was meant to be, so, you know. Thank you for coming down to my orchard also.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, how'd you get started with all this? Has music always kind of been the vibe for you, or are you just recently getting into it?
I don't really know how to answer this question because it was kind of, yes, I had intention to be in music, but I just didn't know what type of music.
Fair
so I was studying musical theatre and I was a theatre kid growing up the whole time.
Same.
Yeah, so yeah, like trauma. Anyways, I did that from like 6 to 18.
Yeah.
And then I went to study it in college for a couple of years. And then when I was in college, I met a band called Tebby Rex. I don't know if you know them. Yeah. And they basically were like, we like your style of singing. Do you want to write a chorus for us? And I went in, recorded a chorus for one of their songs on their album. And the producer that recorded it was like, who are you? Why are you not singing full time? And I was like, oh, I don't know. So that's how I kind of fell into it. It was kind of an accident. I didn't mean to be a pop singer, but here we are.
Well, here you are, and you're doing incredibly at it. I mean, like, I don't know anyone who hasn't heard a Bobbi Arlo song or has it on one of their playlists recently. It's kind of, you're skyrocketing a bit there now. But I'd like to know a little bit more about your influences, because I can hear a lot of pop in you, but like, you've also got some really soulful lyrics, and like, you lean a little bit more like alt pop. Like, who inspires you?
God, so many. And like, my music that I was making at the start of this year, before that, like the songs I did well, has so drastically changed into my new stuff. So everyone that I was influenced by has now changed, and like it's always constantly evolving. But I think I listen to a lot of like, I just love pop stars. I loved Katy Perry, I loved Taylor Swift, I loved Selena Gomez, all of those buzz. Yeah. And then I also loved really dark sides of music as well. So I listened to a lot of like who else I listened? Kate Renata. I loved Kate Renata. He was like a big influence, which is like where the funk style maybe comes from. But yeah, there's so many people that I could literally list off thousands of people that I listen to that I'm like, yeah, you can hear that in this, you can hear that in this. So
I love that. You just take like bits of what you enjoy, make it your own.
Yeah.
It's cool, and it's a fresh sound, and it means like things never get boring. You keep it going.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
I know at the moment, and kind of just with Irish music in general, but specifically at the moment, like after the past 2 years, gigging and live music is just like the cream of the crop. Like everybody's out there gigging at the moment, and it's incredible what people are doing with live music. How do you find gigging? How do you find like being on a stage? Would you prefer the writing and recording process, or?
Well, me personally, I don't like performing.
Do you not?
I kind of like it a little bit. Like I wouldn't be like, I have to like prepare myself mentally for like 3 to 6 months when I'm booked for a gig.
That's very honest, because honestly, like I think a lot of artists be like, no, I love being on stage. I love the reaction from the crowd and stuff like that.
That's people who are confident and like being the centre of attention, where I would rather like be in the background, but I just accidentally fell into this.
But that shows as well, like, it's not one blueprint to be a pop star kind of thing. Like, you know, it's not everyone's the same.
You wouldn't catch me in a bra, a coconut bra, like Katy Hair.
Oh
do you know what I mean?
Honestly, you'd rock it though.
Well,
you know? We've got Pride coming up.
Well, I don't know about that. Like, you're more likely to see me in a snapback and an oversized t-shirt that's far too large for me. And my mom hates it.
Really?
Yeah. My mom's like, can you just be a normal pop star?
Just wear a sequin dress through.
Can you just show your boobs once?
We're talking about intimacy, we're talking about boobs, and you know, in the spirit of the Secret Orchard, I'm gonna ask you to share a little something with me, a little tidbit, because you know I feel like everyone listening in wants to learn a little bit more about you. Bare your soul there now, Bobbi.
Well, listen. I think the only thing that I haven't told anyone that's like remotely embarrassing is I used to cosplay as Jack Sparrow. Like all the time.
Just for yourself?
Just
or for in general?
Straight dreadlocks on the whole time, like the little pirate hat.
In public or just for you?
Well, yeah, anywhere that would let me be Jack Sparrow in public, like. And I used to have stickers of eyes. So like, that's where the influence of the rings come from.
Well, your cosplaying days behind you, you know, you've taken on to music and you're absolutely killing it. And I know you've got a song for us, so what are you going to perform?
I'm going to do Feel It for you.
You're going to Feel It? Okay, let's Feel It by Bobbi Arlo.
feeling. Yeah, try my hand at love before, more times than I care to admit. Can you feel it? One step at a time, moving faster than I thought it would. Yeah. One step at a time, run before I knew if I could walk. But can you feel it? I'm this obsessed, I want it bad, you can tell. Can you feel it? I'm me and them, a fool at best, I'll give in to you. Yeah. Fool me once, fool me twice, that's the risk I'll take if you let me. Yeah, I know it's kinda scary, the will to love is risky, won't you let me? Yeah. One step at a time, moving faster than I thought it would. Never thought we'd go this fast, never thought we. One step at a time, run before I knew if I could walk. But can you feel it? I'm just obsessed, I want it bad if you can tell. But can you feel it? I'm being dumb, a fool at best, I'll give in to you now. Cause I'm not dumb, I'm just a little careless when it comes to this. Hey, yeah. Try my hand at love before, more times than I care to admit. No, so lately I'm done deceiving you, feeling it and you feel it too. See in the future in your eyes, I'm gonna give my all to you. Lately I'm done deceiving you, feeling it and you feel it too. See in the future in your eyes, I'm gonna give my all to you.
That is honestly, I think, one of my favorites that you've ever done. Like, chef's kiss, amazing. Mwah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, you're welcome. Well, you know, you'll always get a compliment from me. I love it. So obviously, you know, you're coming out with music so often, and you're releasing into the world, and a lot of people are finding your stuff either via Spotify or social media or coming to see you live. How would you kind of describe your style or your sound to like incoming fans or people who are like, oh yeah, I really like her, what's her vibe?
I think I would say pop, like the general term would be pop, but like maybe alt pop leaning towards.
Yeah.
Like the earlier stuff was very poppy, like
Very
bubblegum pop. That was the vibe, but I'm kind of leaning towards, like with Fever Thoughts and stuff, the last single and the single before that, Parasite, it was they have like dark elements in it. Do you know what I mean?
You don't see often with like a lot of pop stars. I feel like they try to keep it like really like clean and upbeat, and then you're like, no, I'm gonna throw in some darker elements. I'm gonna you know, mix these two sides of my personality together, which is cool.
Yeah, I don't think I do that on purpose. I think sometimes I just be depressed. and then I just write about what happens in my life. Do you know what I mean? So
honest and vulnerable.
Yeah.
Which, you know, a lot of people kind of use their music as a therapy per se. Do you find that's a bit of you?
Like literally, I don't know, I might have told you this maybe back in the day. I Feel It is literally a diary entry. Like the first verse is a diary entry that I wrote and just like put music to it. So like you're reading my diary when you're listening to my
That's really
lyrics.
soul bearing.
Yeah.
Do you ever get worried about that?
Again, nervous poo thinking about having a single come out, because like it's like an actual part of me, like, and people have to perceive me. Do you know what I mean? So they get to know what goes on in my relationship, which is like so sad. Sorry to my girlfriend, you're on blast all the time.
It's okay. Yeah.
It's so vulnerable. It's such a vulnerable space to be in, to give my art to people and be like, okay, you can judge this, but like you're also judging things that are very real to me.
Like my actual life, my actual experiences.
Yeah. It's a crazy
I
thing.
don't know if I could do that.
Yeah. Me either.
Yeah. Well, here we are.
Well,
and that being said, you've got a second song for us, another soul bearing tune. What song are you singing for us now?
This song's called Broke.
Broke. Oh, here we go. Well, I'm about to feel some things again. So this is Broke by Bobbi Arlo.
1, 2, 3. I'm so broke, I don't get paid till the end of the month, so I can go. I'll grab a drink some other time, I'll just smoke. It's kinda hard living with 5 cents in my pocket, living day to day, just waiting for my career to skyrocket. But till then I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. So broke, so broke, so broke, so broke. She broke, she broke, she broke, she broke. So broke. You wanna date? You'll have to wait, 'cause I'm too broke. She wanna stay, but I can make the splurge. I need to eat this sweet, no food to steak. I need to eat, don't hate on me. Got no change on me, got no notes to flow. Can't afford the rent this month, so technically I'm done. Technically a slum, but a motivated one. I'm so broke. I don't get paid till the end of the month, so I can go. I'll grab a drink some other time, I'll just smoke. It's kinda hard living with 5 cents in my pocket, living day to day, just waiting for my career to skyrocket. But till then I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. So broke, so broke, so broke, so broke. She broke, she broke, she broke, she broke. So broke. I work till I'm tired, I still got no money. I'm tired of crying, 'cause I am not wealthy. I'm tired, I'm tired, yeah. I work till I'm tired, I still got no money. I'm tired of crying, 'cause I am not wealthy. I'm tired, no. I'm so broke. I don't get paid till the end of the month, so I can go. I'll grab a drink some other time, I'll just smoke.
Honestly, I feel like listening to your music, I'm learning so much more about you, which is saying something, because I feel like, you know, it's so honest, but then I'm sitting there having a little bop to myself. But because we've had this little chat, I was like, you know what, I'm going to listen to the lyrics. And like, I love that. That's made me really happy.
Thank you.
I really enjoy that.
That's a compliment, thank you.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone coming to your show is probably going to feel the same now. I'm like, I hope they listen to
Maybe.
this and go, you know what, I'm gonna really tune in for this one. Which I
Oh,
think
I don't
is
know
best.
if I like that now. I take that all back, because I don't want to be perceived. Like, do you know what
But
I mean?
also appreciated. To be perceived is
I
to be
know.
appreciated,
Yeah, yeah.
hey?
It's also my goal to
Yeah.
make people feel things. Do you know what I mean? With your
Yeah.
music, so that's a huge compliment.
And they can relate as
Yeah.
well. Like, especially
Especially
I feel
that
like,
last
you know,
one.
Yeah, oh, girl.
Inflation.
Inflation.
Living in Dublin.
It is what it is, hey? Speaking of, like, you know, people coming to your gigs
Yeah.
and, like, live shows and all that, you know, we've been kind of touching on people's dream live shows. Like, if you could perform any venue, or you could support an actor, kind of curate a lineup that you would be involved in, what would be, like, the absolute high heavens for you?
As in to support?
To support, or to headline, or have people support you, or even do your own
Oh.
mini festival?
Well,
would you love?
let me just say, I would 100% put Charlie XCX as the headliner.
Absolutely good choice. Very good
Mother,
choice.
mother, Sega Bodega, who's actually Irish. I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah, I found out that he's Irish
We're
and he lives
everywhere.
in Glasgow. So
We're everywhere.
pop off.
I'm telling you.
We are talented. Shy Girl.
Incredible.
100%.
This is a very good lineup.
R.I.P. Sophie. I would have had Sophie playing. Rest in peace, that's so sad. Anyways, that's so, I looked like I was being so not morbid, but that's actually really sad. I'm being serious.
Hear that? Yeah.
Who else would I put on? Oh, I think I would do, I'd 100% bring Katy Perry back, because
Fair.
where's Katy
yeah.
Perry?
And honestly, defined an era.
Yeah.
And it influenced you, which is, you know, we'll
Yeah.
take it.
And Jessie J, because the most underrated pop singer ever.
She's had the baby. She's pregnant, isn't she?
Is she? Didn't know that.
Yeah, there you go. Learning something new every day from a journalist. There you
Wow.
go. Yeah. Well, I would buy tickets to that.
Yeah.
Instantly.
100%.
Yeah. And exactly, I feel like you'd fit in perfectly with your style. just right in the middle of all that.
Do you think?
Bunch of pop princesses. You're our pop princess. You're the people's pop princess. There we go.
Thanks. The working class.
People's working class pop princess. Same. That's why we're all here, honey. That's why you're relatable. Well, I love it. Well, thank you for joining me in my little orchard and having a gorgeous little intimate chat.
I love it here.
Absolutely loved every second of this. It's been such a nice catch up, and I am delighted to know you. Thank you so much, everybody. It was Bobbi Arlo.